There was like a non-Muslim exhibition in Leighton in Masjid Tawheed many years ago. There was this guy who came in, and we do a tour of the masjid. So we're like, oh, you used to make wudu, and they went upstairs. The prayer hall was upstairs. This is where we pray, and it was like just before Dhuhr. The sun was beaming in through the windows. Nobody was there. It was really nice and calm. And he pointed to the mihrab, and he said, "What happens over there?" I said, "Well, that's where the imam he leads the salah from." And he goes, "Okay, what's his salah?" And I said, "Well, you've probably seen, Muslims do this. It involves standing like this, and then go into prostration." So he said, "Can I pray?" I said, "Yeah, sure, go ahead, pray."
Yeah.
So he walked. We were at the back of the prayer hall. He walked all the way to the mihrab.
Yeah.
He stood on the musalla that the imam stands on, and he started to pray whichever way he could. And he did this thing, and he put his hands like this because he saw me do it. Then he went straight into. You don't know how children do it.
Yeah,
straight into Sajdah, basically. And he stayed in Sajdah for at least a minute. I was standing thinking, whoa, what's going on? I was one stage, I was thinking, should I go up to him and say to him, okay, that's enough, basically. He made enough dua now. So he came, then after about a minute, he stood back up and he just walked over to me. And I said, how was it? He goes, I've never felt peace like that in my life. Like I did down there. And then it hit me. I said, SubhanAllah, I never think of Sajdah in the way that he thought of Sajdah. That he was thinking this is somehow healing me, treating me, bringing me closer to my maker.
Yeah.
And I've done Sajdah how many times?
Wow. Yeah.
And I've never really thought that this is something that is bringing me close to Allah and, is serving a purpose.
Yeah.
And I think, that's the other thing about khushu'. It's not that hard when you know what you're doing. Like if you know what you're doing and the wisdom behind each posture, it's very easy to lean into that, and that becomes the inspiration to have maybe a different set of emotions and reflections in that position. Like the Sajdah one is a key one. I mean, that's an iconic position. When you think of humility, subservience, enslavement, you think of that position, right? You think of that posture.
Yeah, definitely. And
then even Imam Ghazali, rahimahullah, he said, when a person is in sajdah, doesn't he think that he's looking into the ground, the place that he will be one day? Your fate is right in front of you.
Yeah.
And also the fact that you lower yourself to the greatest extent in order to magnify the greatest one, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the posture, not the words. I haven't said the meaning of Subhan Rabbil A'la yet.
Yeah.
Do you get it? I haven't actually said, I don't even know the meaning of the words. You just know that this is the act I'm supposed to do. Even the action, even the posture in of itself is inherent with so much, spiritual meaning.
Yeah.
And so if you know about that, which anyone can learn and educate themselves, they don't need to know Arabic, that can become the source of inspiration.